What were we talking about?
Yeah, tieflings and dragonborns.
Yeah, tieflings, dragonborns.
I think
are they broken?
I think it's really just like, because different races are built towards different things, and we are talking about D&D.
Jesus.
I want somebody in the comments about that.
You did say you couldn't grow a beard because you were Asian earlier. We need to clarify.
Hey.
You said it.
But I'm Asian, I could say it.
I mean, it's like if you're trying to play like an elf as a strength fighter, it's not going to work as well as playing like a dragonborn or an orc because you don't have the same bonuses. Like you have bonuses towards, what is it, charisma and dexterity for elves.
I mean, you can min-max any race into an awesome character. Like, you could sort of make any of them broken if you're good enough at the rules.
Yeah. It just so happens Dragonborns are better at that certain thing. So it may seem like it's broken, but it may just be the person playing that character went, oh, I'm going to pick a race that's going to work with the class I'm working with. Not so much that it's just broken. Like, if it's a tiefling rogue, yeah, it's just going to be better than, like, I don't know, an orc rogue.
Yeah. Or what did Rigsby play in the, what did Rigsby, you're right here, duh. What was the Keekin supposed to be originally in the Gender Edition skit?
I think it was a rogue.
Because that's like
because it was trying to open
you were like
a lock.
You were like a halfling rogue or something.
Yeah.
Where like that was a perfect example. Like that race was not made to match up with that class and be perfect. And then we went into the goofy joke that was in the thing. But exactly, if you're trying to be a halfling barbarian, you're not going to get a whole lot of work done. You'll probably be able to do some fun stuff. It would probably be a goofy character to play.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to like effectively be a barbarian.
Yeah.
I want to play a halfling barbarian now. That'd be fun.
Jazz is playing a halfling barbarian.
Oh yeah, Verena is a barbarian.
She did pretty well.
Is Lightfoot halfling any stronger than normal halflings?
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, there you go. That's a cokehead halfling barbarian.
Yeah.
So Chris has a couple of questions.
What's up, Chris?
Good. That's what we're here for.
He's from Michigan.
I'm from Michigan. I was born down here.
He doesn't say where.
He didn't point to his hand in the email?
Nope. I hate you.
And send a picture of him pointing at his hand.
What is the best... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
He got done. The joke was there.
What is the best way to do world/story building?
There's a method that I've heard of that I want to use.
Is it the dice method?
It's not the dice method. No. Explain the dice method first so I can remember what this was called.
Okay, so the dice method, this is something I saw on Imager, I think, actually. It basically, if you have, say, like, a plethora of dice, you take just like a big sheet of paper and you dump a bunch of dice out on it.
Oh, I have seen that.
And then you trace around things. You can trace around ones that are like farther out to make islands and stuff. But basically,
if they group together, make a bigger island.
Yeah, you just trace everything out, and then you can use the numbers on the dice to signify certain things, or certain dice could be a certain like type of terrain.
How many
towns
are on there?
Yeah, like D12s can be different types of villages, cities, towns, all that kind of stuff, depending on what the die number is. You can make D4s mountains, if they're like snowy mountains or like volcanic mountains, that kind of stuff. But I think that would be a really cool way to do it. If you're just like, I need something real quick.
So the cool thing that you guys should, I think I've already told you, with this D20 Modern campaign that I'm going to be running, I'm actually using time period maps from Chicago.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
I Googled it and pulled up street maps.
That's going to be dope.
Well, that's even something you could do if you're not playing, like a Die 20 Modern campaign. It's supposed to be realistic. You can just find maps for different cities and stuff.
You could use. I've seen someone use a Pangea map or the map of Game of Thrones.
I've seen people. I mean, you can use like tea leaves and coffee ground spillings and stuff where like it makes the marks on a napkin and you can just trace that and there's your continent.
Yeah, I mean, it's be creative.
East March. Cool. I remembered what the thing was called. He didn't even text me back with the correct name, but it just popped into my head. So What you just were talking about was like to build a world, like to make a map that you
build
can
an
start
actual
with.
map and like terrain and stuff.
So with the other group that I play with Alaric, because I keep bringing up Al every time we talk about D&D, and it's my other group of people, we tried to do a
You
thing
have
called
an other group?
I do.
Hey, for the longest time, I had another group.
This is polyamorous, man. We weren't. This is not
This is polyamorous D&D relationship.
polyamorous D&D. We did a thing called an East March, which fell through, but it's the coolest idea ever, and I want to do it again. It's where, say, 10 people want to play, and there's 3 or 4 DMs. Okay?
Okay.
So you get a group together, and this group says, I want to start playing on Tuesday night. Let's play a game Tuesday night. You can just do it as one shot. One DM goes, okay, I'll DM that one, and then whoever wants to play goes and plays. And they start creating a world. So say during their campaign, they go to a cave over here, and there's a dragon in the cave. And the dragon kills all the level 1s and eats them, right? Those people can all roll new characters, but then the DM goes into a DM group notes and writes, to the east of the city is a dragon's cave. Now there is all of this loot in there. So the next time someone plays, it doesn't even have to be the same DM. They can go to the notes and look at the world that has been built so far. And the next group can go, well, we don't want to go east to that cave. What's up north? That DM and the party get to create that part of the world, which now sticks for when another group comes in and wants to play in the world. So you don't have to have a regular weekly game, and you don't have to have the same group of players. You're actually creating a world that like a larger group can play in at different times, and all the people who've signed up to be DMs can just go look at the notes and see what's been created in the world since last time they played.
I like that.
That's pretty awesome. It's like it's almost like Betrayal.
Yeah.
Betrayal at House on the Hill for anyone that plays board games.
Fun game. Very
Which
fun game.
we all like to play board games here.
Yeah. But it's that same kind of idea. Like, as you're moving to a new area, you're creating this.
Creating the thing. So it's kind of between the DM and the players on what's out there. We played a few campaigns of that before it kind of fell through and everybody went their separate ways. But I remember we found a cave full of kobolds, and I played again like a month later, and those kobolds had taken over a town to the east. And that happened while I wasn't in the session. So it's kind of cool because the world keeps moving even when you're not playing, because other events can happen.
Yeah. And that's a really good way to build. I'm going to use the verisimilitude of the world. It's in like all of the 3.5 books.
Yeah.
Like they talk about verisimilitude. Making a world that seems like it's actually moving. Like there's actually things happening in it. Like, and it can be something as simple as kobolds. Like, if you don't go and deal with them,
They're going to do something.
yeah, they're not just a static thing that just stands there and waits for you to come and kill them. Like, they've got their own shit going on. So you can give your players like, well, here's 3 different things you could go and do. Like 3 different people in the town are like, hey, you could go and do this, or I need you to go and take care of this. And say they pick one thing, you take those other 2 avenues that they didn't go down and move those ideas forward.
Yeah, and I've talked about this before on my with Justin and Chaz. When I build a campaign, right, I do 4 to 5 routes. It's like, hey, here are all the paths that someone could take. I sort of plan enough to where I have enough routes, enough bosses to cover splitting parties and whatnots. And if they don't use it, then I just move it forward.
Yeah, you still have them.
Or I put it on the back burner. It's like, oh, hey, they didn't use this trap. They didn't see this trap. They didn't use this puzzle. Cool. I have those on standby just in case.
And even on a more micro level of the term world building, because I think we might have been going real broad there at the start when we were talking about world building, but
well, he goes into so he's like, I have a huge idea for a campaign that I have started writing and have half of the world built with rough ideas on where places are, but I feel I may be overstretching myself as the campaign will actually be split between 2 groups in 2 factions, and at a certain point they can swap. So should they choose, eventually meet up.
that dude's doing a lot more work
Yeah.
than I do for campaigns.
Yeah, no,
I think the stuff that we had at the start, I was going to go into more micro world building, like set up fake holidays.
Yeah.
Come up with interesting stereotypes that can be in each town. A town drunk can make a village way more interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Like just little things like that. But
Because
he's talking about...
Because a town drunk can also piss someone off, and if they kill the town drunk, that town can go against them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that stupid town in Red Dead 2 where if you kill one guy, the whole town tries to shoot you.
Yep.
That's a fun game.
But yeah, he's talking on the large aspect. On the huge aspect.
That's
almost
book writing.
Almost right under where you were talking about the DMs getting together and the world building.
Yeah, he wants to build the world before the players get into it. That's beyond my scope, unfortunately.
I think a lot of it would be just making the planning easy on yourself. Figure out, like a timeline. Like, we've got this kingdom here and then this one here. This is kind of when things happened. Make it to where you're like making the story building easy on yourself. You're not trying to just like think of random things and like figuring out, well, what did these people do? Like, start it at the beginning and just go from there.
I would say don't be afraid of tropes. When people create worlds like this, they want to come up with the most original thing that anybody's ever seen.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with a blonde dashing knight who's trying to save the princess. There's nothing wrong with a shady guy in the corner who's trying to assassinate the king. They're all tropes and stereotypes are around for a reason in fiction. Yep. Like, everyone wants to read the story about the princess getting saved. It's giving an original take on that old as dirt trope that we're interested in watching. Everyone wants to learn.
Every story is the hero's journey.
Yeah, every story is a hero's journey, and I only use princess from that same terminology of the hero's journey.
Yeah.
It could be a prince, it could be a daughter, it could be a king, it could be a son, it could be anything, but every story is about either saving your family or trying to get laid. Like, when it comes to the base of it, that's what all stories are about.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is, unless you're like presenting them right up front with like the full map of the world, where everything is, and like a complete history of the world, you don't really need to have all that done.
Yeah, you need to have the first few cities
right off
done.
the back, or right off the bat.
Oh, he's giving us dice.
Uh-oh. We're getting dice.
So you have stepped into a room.
I'm horrified.
And you're also serial killers.
Oh, we're doing the serial killer thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So you don't know each other are serial killers. Serial killers. So...
Wait, now, so what's this room look like? Is this like a nice, pretty living room or like the bathroom from the end of Saw?
You're in the entrance to a mall. So there's about 30 people scattered throughout other different shops. You see a person on a bench. He's reading a newspaper, which was Justin. And then you see a person looking in a mirror, which was Chaz.
Oh, is this one not out yet?
No. Yeah, it was one of the first ones.
Oh, I must have not paid attention during that part.
Because Chaz rolled a nat 1 and killed himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Chaz.
I'm going to go to Spencer's Gifts and try to stare at goth girls.
All right, give me a roll.
Of course.
Hey, if we're doing serial... I rolled a 2. If we're supposed to be creepy, I'm going to, like, lean into it.
You go into Victoria's Secret.
Oh, God.
I am going to... If I'm going to kill anybody, it's going to be someone in Abercrombie & Fitch.
High school just creeped back up on you, didn't it?
Yes.
Give me a roll to see if you can find it on the directory.
Oh, yeah, that's a 3.
So you find the next best thing, which is a Hollister.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
That works.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
So you're in Victoria's Secret. What do you do?
I run out panickedly because this is too much for me. 17, I roll. I think I ran away successfully.
You run so fast that you run into a girl, and she was trying to dress a mannequin. So
I would panic, grab the mannequin, and run.
you grab a leg.
This is a weird game.
This is a weird game.
So you're in Hollister. You guys are trying to kill people. Come on, you're serial killers.
I'm gonna try and find the nearest sales associate, because they are always the douchiest people in Hollister. Right. Someone who decided to work at Hollister.
Right.
And I'm gonna take those shitty, like, what are they, like, linen belts You know what I'm talking
Oh yeah,
about.
it's like it's a linen belt that you feed through and then you pull and then it tightens.
I'm gonna try and strangle him with one.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check to see, or a search check to see if you can find the.
Go to 14.
Okay, so you find a tiny blonde chick, the typical cheerleader.
Well, I'm gonna walk away because that's not my MO.
Yeah, he said creepy douche.
Well,
Like,
it's
I
only-
around the mall and
I
see if-
only kill really ripped dudes, just straight like jacked bros.
Okay, now can I roll a perception check to see if I can find a Dippin' Dot stand anywhere near me?
yes.
It's a 16.
All right, so you find the stand.
Fantastic. Wielding the mannequin leg as a weapon, because it says the ice cream of the future, I scream, "Die, time traveler!" and I rush at the dude.
Okay, go ahead.
14.
So you hit him
Yeah. And then I try to asphyxiate him in the Dippin' Dots.
in the Dippin'
Because
Dots.
there's the dry ice in there, so it'll probably make him go quicker.
14. He dies.
2.
Good job.
Oh, he did die. Cool. I didn't have to roll anything. That 2 meant
So
nothing.
that 2 is you trying to run away now. So since you rolled it, because I didn't ask you.
Did I
Noah.
trip over the mannequin leg?
No, you fell into the Dippin' Dots as well, and so you're coughing a lot. So are you gonna re-roll to find a douche, or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a douche. I got a 10.
You find a douche.
Awesome.
He's putting clothes on a mannequin and staring into the dressing room at someone trying to dress.
All right, cool. Thank you. You started to get what we were going for, which is not actually killing innocent people.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and strangle him.
With the same belt?
Yeah, with the same belt.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. That's a 12.
He hears you coming up behind him. Hey, what's up, bruh?
I'm gonna try and bluff him.
How?
Roll first to see it, man. No.
Nope. How are you gonna bluff him? Can I help you, bruh?
Yeah, I was just trying to check out the shirt you're wearing. I'm gonna tell him that I want to see the back of his shirt.
He turns around.
And now I'm gonna choke him to death. It's a 12 again.
All right, I want to see if anybody. Let me see.
I never played this murder hobo. This is weird.
Roll a
Like,
percentile for me. We'll just use those. Give me a percentile.
which one is the first number?
Red's the 10s.
Okay. 20.
28.
All right, so there's 28 people that see you. That notice that they're there. You haven't done anything
Since
yet.
when is Hollister that popular?
There's a sale.
Oh no, not the 50% off sale.
Yeah. Do you still want to choke him right there in the store, or do you want to
Why not?
sneak him into the changing room?
Actually, you know what? That's a good point. I'm gonna kiss him on the back of the neck.
Oh, let's see if he gets pissed off. That's an 18. He gets extremely mad. He grabs you by the collar and shoves you into a training room and goes to throw a punch. Let's see if it. Go ahead and roll.
Are you trying to kiss me, bro? Oh.
19.
That's a nat 1. He shoves his hand into the wall and is stuck.
Sweet.
And you said we're now in the changing rooms?
Yes.
Hey, plan worked.
Chokey, chokey, chokey.
What do you want to do? You're face down in the Dippin' Dots machine.
But that dude's dead, right?
He was dying.
Yeah. I'm just going to start eating Dippin' Dots.
You're just
Yeah. Waka, 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 waka.
Delicious future ice cream.
All right,
Future
go
ice
ahead and roll.
11.
You take 11 bites and you have brain freeze. Do you want to gasp for air, or do you want to just keep on eating?
I'm going to keep eating, man. I've accomplished my goal.
Make a constitution check.
The future man's dead.
You start to black out.
Yeah, my mission on Earth is done. I got rid of the future guy. I'm good. I'm just going to keep going face first into the Dippin' Dots. 10 more bites.
You have 10 seconds to live.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to the Neapolitan flavored ones and then die.
Okay.
I'm interested in the rule book for what we're playing right now.
This is off the top of the head.
I know it is.
That's totally off book.
So you're fighting in the changing room with Hollister Boy.
All right.
Do you want to do a perception check to see what's around you?
Well, I know there's got to be some kind of clothing hook
So you see one clothing hook and a coat hanger on it.
All right. I'm going to try and... Is it near enough to him since he's stuck in the wall?
So your back is up against the wall. His fist is in the wall. And let's see if he punches you. Oh, shit. That's a 20. So he punches you in the face.
Through the other wall.
Yeah.
Give me a...
Your head
give me a,
pokes through.
give me a reflex.
Joey Lauren Adams is buttoning up her shirt.
Oh, it's a 20.
So you dodge it. Go ahead and roll again.
Yeah.
That's another 20. Because nobody can see
Three
that.
20s in a row.
It's because I made a Mallrats reference.
So he goes to punch you. You dodge it because you rolled a 20. And then you rolled another 20. So you pick him up. How do you kill him?
I'm going to impale him on the clothing hook.
It goes through his collarbone, and he's hanging on his collarbone.
Good enough.
Ooh, that can't be too fun. All right.
No. So he starts screaming.
This is so much darker than I wanted to go tonight.
Do you want to finish him off and run away, or do you want to just run away?
Well, I mean, I've got to shut him up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the belt from him and try and shove it in his mouth.
Ooh, okay.
17.
He lets it go.
Awesome. So his muffled scream now?
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else in this changing room?
There was a coat hanger.
I'm going to take the coat hanger and I'm going to bend it out and use it to take out his jugular.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check to
11.
17. So you stab him in the throat, but it misses his jugular.
All right, everyone, welcome back to a Serbian film, the tabletop
Yes.
game.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of there.
All right.
This isn't working.
You were shot by police.
18.
So as you're leaving, everybody notices because you left the curtain open.
Oh,
Are we done with creepy murder simulator
Yeah.
now? Why did we? That was creepy.
I don't know. I told you guys we were going to play this.
Yeah, that got real dark.
It's okay.
Yeah, it
hey,
did get real dark.
Things happen. At least you didn't roll a nat 1 the very first time and kill yourself because you saw yourself in the mirror, Chaz.
yeah, Chaz.
I'm cool with that. That was kind of. I didn't really enjoy being random murderer. That's why I just had to turn myself psycho and go after the future guy.
Yeah, so what's next?
We've gone through.
Answered some
Couple
questions.
Answered
There's
some
nothing
questions.
after serial killing.
All right, that wraps it up.
That's an episode.
Table rules, chairs drool.